Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my one and only supervisor, Ms. Intan Shafini, and my examiner, Madam Nur Farahin. Okay, so today I'm going to present my final presentation of my project, which is the non-immersive virtual reality of Malay and Islamic World Museum Malacca. Okay, for your information, my final project has been changed the title from immersive virtual reality to non-immersive virtual reality due to the COVID-19 issues, because of the restriction movement order. So I have to change from immersive virtual reality to non-immersive virtual reality. Okay, so if you recall back to my proposal, my background study about my topic is about museum, which is, as we know, museum conserve a collection of artifacts, and it allow public viewing through exhibits. Okay, for the problem statement of my project is, traditional museum is quite unappealing for deficiencies of visualization to attract visitors. Artifacts and materials collection in museum are risky due to threats such as theft, fire, and vandalism. Okay, so for my problem statement, these two is a very strong problem statement for my project. Okay, let's go to my objective. The first one is to design about Malay and Islamic World Museum through virtual reality in Windows application. The second one is to develop the virtual reality in Windows application of Malay and Islamic World Museum. The third one, to evaluate the usability of the virtual reality in Windows application of the Malay and Islamic World Museum. Okay, my scope of my project is, the application will be designed in 3D environment in Windows application. The second one is, the application will be emphasized on Malay warfare equipment. And the last one is, the application will be focused on tourists in Malacca city. The significance of my project is enhance the user's experience towards the Malay and Islamic World Museum. The second one is improve the museum professionals' effectiveness and efficiency through the improvement of displaying and presentation of the materials of artifacts. The last one is improve the method of conserving the heritage collections from threats such as theft and fire, using the virtual display. The technology used for my projects is, of course, the virtual reality itself, but I've changed from the immersive to non-immersive, and I've changed from mobile application to Windows application, and it of course it walkthrough application, because we know about museum, we can make it as a walkthrough, but we add to the project the animation, the manipulation of object, and the video and sounds itself. Okay, the methodology. As I mentioned in the CXP600, I'm using the AD model. In the AD model, it provides a structured guidance for designing. It makes it easier to design my project. Secondly, it can be easily altered to fit any learning module. The third one provides step-by-step sequence of events in teaching an individual lesson. It allows for the objective or task to be defined clearly. Alright, for my evaluation model, also I have changed it from the ISO model, which is it have the usability testing. Inside it we have effectiveness, efficiency, and the last one I don't remember, but I changed it to the system usability scale because I cannot test the effectiveness in the ISO model. So I changed to the system usability scale. I found it in the articles that I've done my research. So this is the questionnaire that I've been using to test my prototype to the actual user. So the first question is, I think that I would like to use this system frequently. The second one, I found the system unnecessarily complex. The third one, I thought the system was easy to use. I think I would need the support of a technical person to be able to use the system. I found the various functions in the system were well integrated. I thought there was too much inconsistency in this system. I would imagine that most people would learn to use the system very quickly. I found the system very cumbersome to use. I felt very confident using the system. I needed to learn a lot of things before I could get going with the system. So all of these questions will guide me to find my actual score of my project. Okay, so now let's take a look to my development. Okay, so this is my project application development. So this is how the homepage will be seen by the user when they prompt into the application by clicking the icon. So let's go into the museum itself. So this is the outside of the museum. So the user will experience how the environment outside the museum. It's very simple. So let's take a look inside the museum. The user can move the character by using WASD on the keyboard. You can use the mouse to look surrounding. This is the main entrance where you can see a big crease rotating infinitely. The main animation. So we have the design here. I put all our prime ministers frame as a decoration here. So a simple decoration. This is about our toko-toko Islam. Okay, so let's go to our scope, which is the Malay warfare equipment. We have crate, we have tumbuk ladder, we have take B. So when the user come closer to the glass container and they collide with the glass container, the video will pop out for the deep information for them to see inside the video. But for this prototype, I just make it destroy this out in 10 seconds. So it goes to the tumbuk ladder. It will also self-destruct in 10 seconds. And also add a tick. Yes. Okay. So let's see at the coding that I've made. This is the coding for the enter script just now from the home page into the playing scenes. It's very simple. And this is the coding for the video trigger just now. And when the user collide with the glass container, they will. This is the coding that I use to make the video pop out. And this is the first-person controller coding that is just taken from the application asset store. Okay. Next, I will show you how I develop the model itself, the Keras model itself, all the model that I create before I import them into the Unity. I model them from the Blender. Alright, so this is how we can see how many edges are there when I'm modeling the Keras. Very too many edge. And then I colored or mapping texture using the UV editing. So if you can see from here from front view, and then I just map it with the picture or the color that I want. From here you can see I just map it into the color itself, so they will automatically color all the 3D object. It seems like simple, but it's very tricky to do it. Okay, so let's move to our slide back, the limitation. So for my project, the limitation of my project is that as we can see, I got have less artifacts because I didn't have too much time uh, to make a lot of model such as iron armor, sword, because of the lack of knowledge from me in modeling. Right, so next, the manipulation of objects. That also the limitation of my application, because the user cannot manipulate with the object in the glass, because I didn't have time also to complete it. And the last one is less animation in the museum. As you can see, the animation only on the focus object, which is the Malay equipment warfare, and the other side of the museum, they don't have any animation. So the recommendation, I think in the future I will add more artifacts such as the iron armor and the sword and many more. The second one, I want the manipulation of object also I will add into my project so that the user can experience more when they're using the application. They can interact and manipulate the object in the casing, such as they can scale, zoom, or rotate it. That's why add more animation to the surrounding object, so it will make the museum more live and more interest to play. So that's all from me. Thank you to Miss Intan, my supervisor, and thank you to Madam Farahin, my examiner. I'm really sorry for my kekurangan and I hope Miss Intan and Madam Farahin can guide me how to improve my project and how to improve my reports. And thank you for your time. And please guide me what can I improve in myself too. Right, so that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.